So good morning, Miss and Mr. My name is Jennifer. So here is my video of Hero Challenge. So first of all, I'm gonna state who is my role model. So it is Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba Group. So Jack Ma is a very fascinating, successful leader, and his name is Ma Yun. He's born in September 10, 1964, and he's a Chinese business magnate who is the founder and the executive chairman of Alibaba Group. And for your information, Alibaba is a very successful internet-based business. So Jack Ma became the richest man in Asia at the age of 50. But he's just not doing this business for money, for wealth, no. But he is doing this business on a mission to change the way how business is done in China. And I think it's like a very noble thing how he wants to take over the e-commerce world so that China could be the number one. And for making this happen, Jack Ma had to be a leader, possessing great qualities, skills, and styles in him. So his fascinating skills, styles, and entrepreneur competences is what made him possible to turn his dream come true. So today I'm gonna talk about the entrepreneur competences that I see in him. So the first one is he is an authentic leader. He has a strong of character which helps him to build loyalty and strong foundation in Alibaba. Next is he sees customers' eyes. Jack Ma runs his business and he got his success by viewing his products through his customer eyes to provide the best service. And he is a man with a vision and of course also a mission. So Jack Ma possesses a prolonged and a grand mission, and it is to regenerate the China's internet-based business. And Jack Ma has given his employees generous equity shares so that they get to benefit from Alibaba's success too. And not only that, but he's also a man that unites people under a single goal. Jack Ma knew, he said that, of course, it is not possible to convince like every single person that I meet to trust or listen to him directly. So knowing this fact, he changed the approach. And this is another quality of him and the skill of him of his success. He unites people on a common goal rather than uniting them in his own supervision. And this is a company goal instead of one leader goal, which is individualist. So he's a more of a family man and a team person. Not only that, but he also is a tenacious person. Jack Ma is a leader with having a tenacity and a clear vision. And the last is that what I really like from him is that he defined failure as giving up. So, this is one of his popular leadership quality and skill that defines him as a successful leader. So, according to Jack Ma, giving up is the greatest failure. If you go out, try your best, and fail to achieve your goal, but see it through to the end, you are a success. He said that through his interview. So Jack Ma learns from his hardships and all the life lesson that the life gave him and the obstacles of him, but he never gives up no matter what. And so that is how he really make his business work until now. So for the effectuation that I see in him is that he exists in 5 principles. First of all is bird in hand principle. Start with your means. He is an opportunist. He sees a problem and he develops a goal. So because the first time he got inspired of making Alibaba is because when he searched on the internet for beer in China, he was shocked that when the result appeared, he did not find China anywhere. So that time when he decided to go to China to get on internet, so he finds a solution and the real problem of Chinese people. So he builds an online payment system and deliver parcels to the people of China at the age of 31. And turns out it was a remarkable huge success. And the next is affordable loss principle. So he knows that learning English is really crucial for making him like a very successful entrepreneur. So Jack Ma gets his fame because he has the interest to learn English. He knows the help of English he can survive together in this international business world. So it was stated that at the age of 12, Jack Ma travels with his bicycle 40 minutes away from his hometown to practice with foreign visitors just to speak English. And just looking at his consistency, he did not even miss one single day for as long as 8 years of a long journey. And when he tried to acquire this new skill, and this interest leads him to prosperity, and we can learn from this. And next is lemonade principle. He failed his exam 3 times and was rejected from 30 jobs, started 2 companies which went bankrupt, and finally created Alibaba, and now he is one of the richest men in the world. So there's a quote: when life serves you lemon, you make a lemonade. And next there is the patchwork wheel principle. So when Ma founded Alibaba, he started with 17 other co-founders out of his apartment. So Jack Ma wasn't the type of person who keeps like all the wealth for himself, but he rather share it with others too by empowering his workers with an ownership mentality. So Jack was able to get incredible performance out of his team, and it was never about him, but it was about the team. And last, it was pilot in the plane principle. Control the future. Jack Ma always remind himself, we're not here to just enjoy life, but we're here to work for the betterment of humanity. So according to him, life is just not about like having fun, but it's about exploring new ideas and discoveries, especially working for others to improve life. And he said, as leaders, we must cultivate our goals and our vision to improve our companies and to improve life of our employees. We should incorporate that mission into our cultures and implement it at every level to promote a better world. So I think that's it for Jack Ma. And moving on is the second role model that I chose, which is my dad. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a short story about my dad. So he came from a poor family, a family with 5 kids and 2 adults. So my dad and his siblings have always been poor since the day they were born. So there are times where they were kicked out of school unrespectfully because they haven't paid the school tuition. And not to mention that at the age of 16, his dad left the family, leaving his unemployed wife and 5 kids alone to suffer and to starve. And my father was forced to be the family's breadwinner. He was supposed to find the money and to give money for his family. So he did some dirty labor work and at a very young age. Till he reached the age of 24, he successfully climbed his way of success and he got married with my mom and had my brother and me. So, from my dad's story, I can see that he has some entrepreneur competences, such as he's such a hard worker. He's a very responsible man. He's analytical and he has a very good problem solving skill. Imagine at a very young age, you have to give food and give your sisters and brothers money for them to study and to eat is not a very easy job. So he sacrificed a lot of things. He also have a good time management and he has organization skills, a very good one, and a good financial skills and and in making business partnership and also business management skills and teamwork skills too. And there are affect situations that exist in him, not all, which is the affordable loss principle. My father had always a hard life. So, since he was born in a poor family, he also had an abusive dad. So when his dad left him, he was left with no choice. He is the oldest son in his family, so he became the family breadwinner. He sacrificed his education and his social life just to work so that his little sister and brothers can proceed their education and won't starve and die. So he sacrificed his teenage life for a greater good to help his family. And look at him now, he's a man with good discipline and integrity. And next is lemonade principle. My father worked in a people's company since he was just a little kid. Due to the fact the company didn't have that much respect to him. So what he can do is he just do a very dirty labor work. So one time he worked at a shrimp factory and he was the youngest there. He was forced to do like the ugliest works. So he cleaned the huge refrigerator, which is very stinky and obviously like very dirty, and he got trapped in the shrimp freezer and for almost an hour and he almost died. On that day, he promised himself to not work for a company. He had a vision to build his own company and be the boss of himself. And last is that he had the patchwork quilt principle. So when he made that promise to himself, he tried to force himself into a rich community by playing golf. He used most of his money to play golf and managed to join the rich golf community. Then that's when he met a lot of big bosses with different backgrounds, and forming partnership with them was a huge leap of my dad's success. So in a short time, he managed to climb his way to success by building his own company. Okay, so enough about my role model, and let me introduce myself. My name is Jennifer Fukuhara and I'm from IBM RC. And let me tell you a bit of myself. So, I have always been an extroverted person, and people call me as the social butterfly. And I could make friends and easily bond with them instantly. And due to the fact I've always loved to participate in various organizations, and beside that, I run an online food business and I'm also an Instagram influencer. Anyways, talking about the entrepreneur competences, there are some competences that I would like to achieve from studying at UC. Is that I hope that I could learn all the skills needed to expand my business more. And not only that, I would like to improve my networking skills and also learn how to manage a business. And I look up to be like Jack Ma and my dad. They have lived all the bitterness of this world, and I want to be like them. I wanna survive, and I wanna also be successful like them. And there are five affectuation I've done in my life, but I'm gonna explain the most affectuation that really happened in my life. And this can be applied since COVID-19 came by. So I've sacrificed my spoiled teenage life since my parents no longer give me my money for me. So my parents always taught me, if you want it, you work for it. Don't just ask for money. So, and that had changed my spoiled brain of mine to think outside the box. I managed to open an online food business, and I used to be a very spoiled kid until I don't know how to cook even an Indomie. I don't even know how to cook that. And then when COVID came by, I developed a hobby to bake by learning via YouTube. Then I reach my friends and offer them the food that I make. Of course, I sacrifice my ego, my pride of like selling things in my Instagram. I was ashamed at first, but at that moment, I learned that rejection is just my daily bread. Like, I used to be very sad when I got rejected, when my friends don't want to buy my food. But now that I know is that rejection is a very common, and it's the process of being an entrepreneur, and I'm now learning how to be like my role model. So even though I face some hardship and challenge, I would remind myself to be my role models' background stories. That life journey isn't filled with rainbows, with unicorns, but rather a bitter path. So not only food online business, but I work as an influencer too. So it's crazy how I manage my time for my own food online business, for my school, for my jobs, for my influencer things, and my family, my church, my social life, and a lot of things. But now I've started to conquer all those skills and all those time management problems by learning how to not procrastinate in life. So my role model taught me that a golden lesson that success isn't achieved in a fast and an easy way, because what comes easily will also goes easily. So my role model taught me to trust the process, and success will come to follow you. So I think that's it for my video, and thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy my video. Bye.